How delighted am I to see all of you today, and my heart swells with pride seeing all of you. And because the topic is such, I thought I will first take a cover and then share some stories. So the cover is from Rashmi Rathi. If you are familiar with Dinkar, maybe some of you are. And I will start with a brief, third Sarg, as it is called, and then get to share some stories from my life. And I've tried to keep these stories which may be closer to your heart too, or perhaps these will resonate, and also to say that these are stories to showcase few things which you perhaps would be able to take back home with you. So, starting with the Rashmi Rathi Tritiya Sarg. सच है विपत्ति जब आती है कायर को ही दहलाती है शूरमा नहीं विचलित होते क्षण एक नहीं धीरज खोते विघ्नों को गले लगाते हैं कांटों में राह बनाते हैं है कौन विघ्न ऐसा जग में टिक सके वीर नर के मग में हम ठोक ठेलता है जब नर पर्वत के जाते पांव उखड़ मानव जब जोर लगाता है पत्थर पानी बन जाता है गुण बड़े एक से एक प्रखर हैं छिपे मानवों के भीतर मेहंदी में जैसे लाली हो वर्तिका बीच उजियाली हो बत्ती जो नहीं जलाता है रोशनी नहीं वो पाता है पीसा जाता जब इक्षुदंड झरती रस की धारा अखंड मेहंदी जब सहती है प्रहार बनती ललनाओं का श्रृंगार जब फूल पिरोए जाते हैं हम उनको गले लगाते हैं वसुधा का नेता कौन हुआ भूखंड विजेता कौन हुआ अतुलित यश प्रेता कौन हुआ नवधर्म प्रणेता कौन हुआ जिसने न कभी आराम किया विघ्नों में रहकर काम किया जब विघ्न सामने आते हैं सोते से हमें जगाते हैं मन को मरोड़ते हैं पल पल तन को झंझोरते हैं पल पल सतपथ की ओर लगाकर ही जाते हैं हमें जगाकर ही वाटिका और वन एक नहीं आराम और रण एक नहीं वर्षा अंधड़ आतप अखंड पौरुष के हैं साधन प्रचंड वन में प्रसून तो खिलते हैं बागों में शाल ना मिलते हैं कंकड़ियां जिनकी सेज सुगर छाया देता केवल अंबर विपदाएं दूध पिलाती हैं लोरी आंधियां सुनाती हैं जो लाक्षागृह में जलते हैं वे ही शूरमा निकलते हैं बढ़कर विपत्तियों पर छा जा मेरे किशोर मेरे ताजा जीवन का रस छन जाने दे तन को पत्थर बन जाने दे तू स्वयं तेज भयकारी है क्या कर सकती चिंगारी है क्या कर सकती चिंगारी है Now, what's the cost of staying on the sideline, especially when a war is raging right inside you? What can you do? Do you have a choice? Perhaps not, because that's what is running your life. So, embrace the chaos. This is the surest path to learning, achievement, happiness, success, and more than everything else, authenticity. In today's world, there is no parallel for authenticity. I will now share some stories from my own life, which perhaps may tell you what I went through or what happened, and perhaps some of you could benefit from it. Fear is the first story. I was about 10 years of age. My height would have been 4 feet 3 inches. The family affordability could only permit a 22-inch bicycle, which if you mount on the seat would be about 32 to 34 inches, which means you can't tiptoe at 4 feet 3 inches on the ground while you are mounted. And I had a bigger challenge. The challenge was others could do what some of you might have seen scissors or canchi as it is called, my physical condition did not let me do that. It was not possible for me while it was possible for others. So what was the choice? I wanted the thrill of riding a bicycle, but that wasn't possible because of the limitation, my own limitation and the resource limitation. But I wanted to do it. So what did I do? I asked some people around, some close family members around. They said, why risk it? Why do you want to affect the other leg? But I want to learn it. I want the thrill. And how this cycling changed everything, I would think, if I can tell anyone what has been the biggest experience, then I would think that was it. So what did I do? I got the younger of the lot together, some younger, maybe some older, and we took the cycle. I remember that was a place in Bareilly cantonment. And we would take the cycle to a pulia or a race platform. Those of you who are from the smaller towns, you might have seen. And we would put the cycle on the stand, and I would, with my hands, run the pedal as fast as I could so that the back tire could gain momentum. Once the momentum was there, I would climb the pulia and climb the cycle while the others held the bicycle so that it doesn't fall. And what would they do then? They would push the cycle. Now you can imagine that you're mounted on a cycle, your feet cannot tiptoe the ground, and you are learning for the first time. So perhaps you go 10 meters, 20 meters, and every time you do that, you fall. I fell enough number of times, but it did not dissuade me. And a time came when the fall of fear left me forever. Now, what does this mean? This meant that I was prepared to take it on my chin. I was prepared to break my body down, but I wanted to learn. It may have happened 50 times, 60 times, 70 times, but eventually I could then ride the bicycle. But then whenever I had to get down, the bicycle had to fall. But in this fall was my first victory in life. And I really owe it also to the various kids, because that, after coming to CBS, I believe were the first lessons in team building or strategy or planning or effectively meeting the challenge. That's my story number one. I'll now take you to story of doubt. 1990, we were passing out of College of Business Studies. At that time, it was called CBS, SSCBS. Name was christened later. Continental Devices, Narayana. We had gone 10, 12 of us for an interview. It was a sales job. I met this person, who interviewed me, and he said, well, perhaps sales may not be the best job for you. I answered with all my preparedness, completed the process, and after a week learned that I wasn't selected. I thought I had done reasonably well, and I wanted to achieve a career, or wanted to get into sales, and I wanted to earn a placement. So I took the trouble of visiting the same manager again, and I said, was it that because of my limp you felt that a sales career is not good for me? I'm really asking you. He said, no, I in fact recommended you for the next steps. I don't know whether he did or not, but that day was a difficult day. And then he said, look, don't feel disheartened. There are a lot of opportunities. Why don't you try government services, and perhaps you could benefit from the reservation. I thanked him. I left the office, and I was really doubting myself that day. Would my physical disability be something which would dissuade me, or which will dissuade companies rather, from hiring me for a sales career? Should I really think of a government job? While on a DTC bus back home, there are two decisions I took that day. First, I would not do a government job just because there is an advantage I have. And the second is, I would most definitely do a sales job for starting the career. And what happened here now? I went on my own to various companies. And the third of the companies, UDI Yellow Pages, offered me a sales job that was in concept selling in 1990. And while other people made 5 to 10 sales calls a day, mine was consistently more than 18 to 20, which meant that in about a week's time, of the 100 salespeople that there were, I was the number one in making the number of calls. Such was the motivation and such was the longing to beat what others think about you, because you know what your strengths are, you know what your power is, you know what your energy is. And when you focus on something that you really want, and if you are positive about it, you tend to achieve a lot. That was my story number 2. And here also, one of the clearest things was decisions make destiny. So if you've chosen a path, go all out, persevere. Now, a very, very personal and an ethical dilemma. Marriageable age, 1996. My family wanted me to get married, and the parents and others thought maybe I could get married to someone who's specially abled. They tried, it did not work out. And there is a advantage of being in CBS. Your communication skills perhaps become better by the day. And I believe I was reasonably good with telephonic skills. So against a matrimonial ad, a gentleman had come, with his elder daughter to see me. They rejected me, but I had their telephone number, and I dialed that number and got to speak to the girl for whom they had, come to ask for an alliance. In about 6 months' time, there was enough excitement, and we decided to meet. And I remember the date was 14th of February, 1997. So we did have Valentine's Day then, huh? So that was the day we met, and I kept, the early meeting because she was teaching in a school, and I took, a Europe self-drive car. And we drove, and I went to Claridge's Hotel early in the morning, picked up whatever that I could from the coffee shop, met her at Bhikaji Kama place, and we were whole day moving about in the car, eating whatever we had, talking, but not once did I get down from the car. Now, when it was time to drop her, the ethical dilemma, should I not share, was playing in my mind. This conflict was growing, but I had to do something about it. So I stopped the car. I went out to the other side, walked to her, and she thought, it was a, spasm or an accident. I shared the truth. And after that, for the next 30 minutes till I dropped her, we were silent. And I was perhaps, prepared to lose her. But the next day, I got, her call. She accepted me. So she is now my wife for 29 years. So the point I'm trying to tell you is that sometimes when we need something very badly, we are compromising sometimes, on our own dignity, or for that matter, our own values. And we must guard against that, because that is what is really important. Midlife crisis and the resilience. I worked in a company, 2000 I joined, and by the time I completed 1 year, I was employee of the year. And once I was on a tour, I came back to see that a new MD has come with his entire team, and the rosters, the notice board said I need to give my portfolio to them, and if I wanted to, I could set up a new division. I was, disheartened, but I took on the challenge of starting a new sales division, which was into corporate sales, later moved to international sales. While this division grew, the other division closed down. So sometimes in life, challenges gives you the opportunity to prove. The second one was in the same company I worked for 10 years, and then moved to, that was Steria, and moved to Sapient, which is a very large US company. Everything was going well. In 2012, they decided to merge the two divisions, recruitment and resourcing. And the recruitment person, or the recruitment head, was there much longer than me, and he was chosen to head the division. And I felt, well, achievers don't go through this. what have I done? I almost broke down. But then that's when I took a decision. And this decision was that I would never work for any other organization. I would rather be on my own. And it's been about 14 years and I'm running a consulting firm, HR consulting, where I do not earn anything for effort. I only earn for the success, which means a candidate joins, only then I earn. And that has given me lots of hardships, a lot of challenges, but also a lot of time with family and to pursue many things which I could not otherwise do, and an opportunity to interact with Sloan, IIT, MIT, Harvard, LBS fellows, which is very, very heartening. So the inner battles will continue almost every day, but you need to do something about it. And the best way is to look at yourself and work on yourself. उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पर थी, आईना साफ करता रहा. Don't look outside, look inside. That's the best place for you to work on yourself. Eternity is nothing but a succession of current moments. Moment after moment, life is moving. So it's better that you work now on yourself. People will prove you right or wrong at will, but your success as a leader will come about when more and more people start proving you right. Don't get upset by the small thing. Missing a discount sale or a deal isn't a big thing. Don't be upset. There are many bigger things that you need to do. Accept life's challenges without any complaints, because a life full of gratitude means a life devoid of complaints. But if there are complaints and if you don't appreciate your life on a daily basis, the life will depreciate. The only collectibles are the heart's desires, the heart's treasures. Travel, learn, move about, do things. Life is precious. Hira janma amol tha. Don't let it go, kaudi badle jaye, like they say. So the inner battles will continue, but touch, move, inspire, invoke, never stop. Life is a verb. Now, the most important question as I finish, why do battles happen? At the root, the simple answer is greed, fear, and anger. Whenever there is a difference between your expectations and reality, a spiral of fear, frustration, upset, unhappiness seeks in. Do not, in that case, get into depression. Rather, practice work for inner joys. Work is the biggest antidote to any problem. All your battles, you'll be able to surmount anything that comes across as a challenge to you, because there is nothing which is bigger than your might. You can beat it. Thank you.